Alright, let's take a look at this. H of t is equal to negative 8t squared plus 6t minus 1, and the goal here is to determine the max or the min. So first off, is it a max or a min? And the easiest way to tell this is to realize that because this number in front is negative, that means the function looks like so. And if the function looks like so, then it has the highest point would be a max. So this one has a max. And the question is, what is the max? Well, there are a number of ways of calculating the max. The easiest is to use negative b over 2a. And so x will equal to negative b over 2a. Or in this case, it's not x, it's t. So what does that mean? Well, the number in front of the squared term is a, the number in front of the linear term is b, and the constant, or the number by itself, is c. So, just substitute it in. We have negative 6 over 2 times negative 8. And then what I like to do is just say, okay, that and that cancel and gives me 3. So I'm left with 3 over 8. Negative and negative becomes a positive. So now I know that t is 3/8. And if I want to find the y value, then I'm going to, and this is going to be painful, but we're going to take negative 8, and for the t squared term and the t term, well, for all the t's I should say, I'm going to go ahead and substitute in 3/8. And then we solve. So let's see what happens here. So we're going to have to square 3/8, so that becomes 9 over, I'm going to write it as 8 times 8, and on the top we have negative 8, which I'll put as negative 8 over 1, plus, here I'm going to just write it as 6 over 1 times 3 over 8, minus 1, and we'll just keep cleaning it. So the reason why I wrote at the bottom as 8 over 8 is because the 8's will divide out, and I'll be left with negative 9 over 8. Now, the reason why I left this version here not multiplied out is because I needed to see what the denominator was right here. So because it's 8, I know that I want to leave it as 18 over 8. And then 1 I'll rewrite as 8 over 8. So now the reason why I wanted to leave this one here as 18 over 8 was because the denominators all match up. So now this is just 18 minus 9, which is 9, minus 8 over 8, which gives me 1/8. So it's a little bit more thinking up front, but it's a nice way to kind of simplify that. Okay, so we know that the t value is 3/8, and we know that the y value, or the h of t value, is 1/8. So that's my answer: 3/8, 1/8. Okay, and so if it was asking you for specifically what's the highest value, it would be this value here, which is 1/8. Last question is asking for the axis of symmetry. So in this picture, now I'm not certain of how accurate my picture is of whatever the function looks like, but if this point is 3/8, 1/8, then this line going down here is x equals 3/8, right? Which is my axis of symmetry. And the axis of symmetry is essentially always going to be the x component. Though I know here they're talking about as t, it would be the x component. So hopefully that makes sense, and I'll see you in the next video.